big up, everybody. It's your girl, Sophie Soph, back here on Sophia's Football Talk to do a stream where we don't actually talk about the Euros, but all things Man United related. All things Man United news because we should. Um, Finally wearing the England away kit. It looks so good. This color is everything. It is so good. Nah. Nike killed it with this one. I got Kane on the back of it. Also have, of course, the Germany home kit and the Portugal home kit as well. And I will be getting more. Probably waiting until after the tournament is done because, hey, the pockets, you know, the buying football kits, it ain't cheap, but it is something that I like to invest in. Either way, today, of course, we got, Eric Ten Hag's new coaching staff to talk about, some transfer news as well. Um, Old Trafford changing name? Hmm. All of that and beyond. But before we do, make sure that you, of course, give this video here a big thumbs up because the more likes we get, the more we're able to push the video out there for more people to see. Indeed, subscribe as well. I know I keep saying this, but it is the truth. Subscribe because we are so close. 3K subscribers. I believe like we're less than 200 and I think we might be 250 or so subscribers away from 3K. So yeah, feel free, of course, as well to join the SFT membership. And yeah, by the way, apologies for being a little bit late to sort some stuff out, but we are here. Pick up to now. Yes, like and subscribe. Yes, birthday twin. Come on now. I can't believe I'm almost going to be 30 in about like less than 8 months. I'm not ready. But either way, the more, the biggest talking point in regards to Man United is the fact that, we were hearing 2 days ago. If you haven't checked out my video where I talked about Ruud Van Nistelrooy joining, the Man United coaching staff, projecting Burnley to become the new manager to replace Company. He was like, nah, you know what? I'd rather chill, at Man United, work out, try to make them great again, help out Uncle Eric and stuff like that. I want to do that. And here we are. Seems very likely. But to add on top of that, it looks to be that we're getting somebody else as well to the coaching staff because I believe, as things stands, Ben McCarthy is set to leave Manchester United with his contract due to expire at the end of the month. This was reported by Rob Dawson from ESPN. So he gonna be leaving. Big up to Taweds. We are also live on Facebook, so big up to the Facebook family. Big up to y'all, and big up to those of you who are on Twitch. We do have a little bit of community there as well. But yeah, so Ben McCarthy, who's been more of the strike attacking coach, basically. Last season when Rashford had such a good, his best ever goal scoring season, or just in input or output, I should say, in general, Ben McCarthy, when I say last season, I basically am not talking about the season that just passed, but the season before that, obviously. But he was a big part of when he was able to score different variety of goals. But unfortunately, this past season hasn't been the best and looks to be that Benny McCarthy's leaving. Probably, for other reasons, but we just aren't able to or willing to renew the contract. And I believe maybe also Mitchell van der Gak is leaving as well. Ten Hag's assistant coach, Steve McLaren, could potentially leave as well. So, as things stands, Ruud Van Nistelrooy is coming in. And I did say in the video a few days ago talking about that having him coming in would be a very good benefit for a lot of our attacking players, especially the likes of Rasmus Højlund, striker. And we are looking to get another striker coming in as well, whether that be a Joshua Zirkzee from Bologna, the Dutch 20, I think he's 23 if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. whether it be him or whether it be somebody else. Either way, we do need our attackers getting better, especially with the decision making. I think if a Rashford stays, which we will talk a little bit about later on the show here, which let's be honest, he probably will, but you never know. You never know. I think a Ruud Van Nistelrooy can really help him out as well, with him being very good with man management. And also, we know of how lethal of a striker that he used to be, you know? Very, very good. So, yeah. But like I said, he's not the only one that's coming in. Right now, also, Man United will add René Hake, I think that's how you pronounce it, from Go Ahead Eagles, the Dutch team, to their new backroom staff. Erik will also be signing his new contract in the next few days. All agreed and 100% done as revealed earlier this week. Exclusive story by Fabrizio Romano. So, looks to be, I mean, I have no idea who Rene Hake is. Never heard of him before this. I've heard about the team Go Ahead Eagles. Very interesting name, though, by the way. But I've heard about that team. Never heard about a guy. Okay? I was watching Sayed TV's, Mendem Talk, where they were reacting to a video that went viral of Rene giving it to his players after what I've seen to be a very bad performance, I reckon. So, hey, it'll be interesting, to see if you're gonna be yelling at any of the players here like that. But regardless, we have to wait and see. I think with Ruud Van Nistelrooy, his potential, incoming here looks to be more of an Ineos decision, while I think with Renee, that could be maybe more Ten Hag. That could be like they were like, you know what, we're gonna get our guy, but we're gonna also make sure that you got your guy as well. So we'll make a compromise. You get your guy, but we get our guy, and all of y'all three have to work together. With the communication. They speak better English, even though I think Erik Ten Hag's English has improved a lot, but maybe still there might be a little bit of a gray area communication that's a bit vague. That needs to be, of course, improved. But having somebody like a Ruud Van Nistelrooy that already knows how to speak the language and knows knows basically Man it as you know his back pocket. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think that would be a bad move at all. We have to wait and see. Other stuff happening in regards to Man United, I did mention earlier on in the stream. Pick up, by the way, Ravi. I did mention potential new name for Old Trafford, because right now, reported earlier today, Adam Crafton, Man United, they're considering selling naming rights to Old Trafford as they seek to drive up revenues as part of Sir Jim Ratcliffe's plans to refurbish Old Trafford or build a new stadium. Ticket price increase is also under consideration. Damn it. And I was the one trying to go to Man United. I still need to try to go though this season, but damn, ticket prices getting even increased. The name, I don't really, I mean, I just hope that if they're going to change, just make sure that it's not going to be something completely different to Old Trafford. I still want them to keep the name Old Trafford, but if it's going to be like, I don't even know, Ineos Old Trafford, nah, ugh, something. If you're gonna, but just still keep it some way, somehow. I'm still gonna call it Old Trafford, respectfully. That's because it's always gonna be Old Trafford for me, always. You know. And when I say always, I legit mean always. It will be. That won't change whatsoever. At least not for me. So, yeah, Keep getting the likes up, by the way, people. But yeah, I'll definitely keep you guys posted on regards to that. I do also want to mention there has been a lot of, at least for us that be following women's football with Man United women, the treatment has not been good. We had the likes of some of the, star players. Mary Earps seemingly will be leaving to join PSG for free, by the way. Like we're losing players. I feel like I've been mad with how they've been doing with the men. Several of the guys we kind of drop, lose a lot of money by having them go for free. Okay, we obviously, save by getting rid of, the weekly wages, but also you're not getting a fee when you're selling them often, or you get very reduced. You won't get that money back. With the latest, it's even more that that goes free. I mean, Russo left last season. Um, Freaking hell, there. And now the captain Zelem, they don't even get proper send offs. It's not right. And now we're hearing, obviously, they're trying to, renovate, fix up the training facilities for the men's team. So while they do that, they've kicked the ladies out of the new training facilities that they fixed very recently and have them just be on these portable training facilities. What? Why? Why can't it be the guys that have to find some, a temporary solution? Why do, like, I don't think that's right. I think it's disrespectful. And I've been seeing, oh my God, lots of on social media, the toxic masculinity, the misogyny. Guys, grow a pair, grow some cojones. Stop being weak minded men. Stop feeling like your beloved team is threatened. Because the men's team is still always going to be there, okay? Let's try to be like a Barcelona and Chelsea. You see how they've been heavily invested into their women's team. They've been successful. That will, when you actually do that, you will see proper rewards. But there are people saying, no, but who even goes to games? The tickets are shush. You have to start somewhere, and it's grown a lot ever since I was a young kid. So I think we should respect the sport. If you don't like watching women's football, that's fine. But don't make it seem like everybody else doesn't either. You know? That's just all. That's just all. Big up Ed, hope you're doing well. Bart says, if you want Dutch guys, get new. I didn't even know Pep Linder was Dutch. Swear to God, I thought he was from. I thought he was German. I thought he was German. Hendo will be no. See, they have a good women's setup, much better than men. I agree. It doesn't affect the FFP too. Leon are the torchbearers along with Wolves. Thank you. What are you, Leon? Multiple Champions League winner, Wolfsburg as well. They are cooking, and I'm thinking like in England, Chelsea, Arsenal has started to do it. Man City has started. They're cooking, and we are falling behind. The only reason why we remember this Man United women's team, the recent one, only came 6 years ago. Prior to that, there were talks about the fans wanted it to happen, but the owners just were gonna neglect it, say nah. So they definitely felt peer pressure to actually start a women's team, but the women's team have been since those years in a freaking title race. Won an FA Cup. Are you mad? Are you actually mad? The journey has been amazing. I remember they were in a preseason game. I was supposed to go, but got sick the day after the day before I watched the men play. So I was feeling like crap, so I couldn't go. And I think that might have been in 2019. Was it 2019? Or was it 2021? It might have been 2021. I'm wondering. Either or, but it wasn't that long ago. And they were coming, played a local team here in Oslo, Vålerenga. They got slapped up 4-0. Imagine how far the ladies have come since then. Very, very far. So I don't like the disrespect. So right now, believe that there are some action taken in place because, hey, they're going to be talking to, I think, the player associations, a lot happening. But I'll keep you guys posted if I hear anything else. Before we move on to some transfer news, both outgoings and incomings, let me read some comments and, of course, remind you again to like the video because the more likes we get, the more we're able to push the video out there for more people to see. Okay? I think Leon allocates like 5 to 6% of their annual revenue of their budget. That's not much. 10% is not much. Did watch the men play make you sick in the first place? Good one. No, I'm trying to remember if it was 2019 because I was already recovering from a cold, so I was feeling, nah, I think it might be 2021. And if so, who did we play then? Who the hell did we play then? Why am I gone? Wait, was that wasn't when we played Atletico Madrid, was it? No. No, that was wait a minute. Why am I gone? I remember it was the day before, or the day after, Ronaldo obviously then was it? No, no, no. No, Ronaldo didn't play then. I'm tripping. It's been a while. Yeah. COVID years are brought up, and I usually tend to have very good memory, but I don't know if I'm just blanking because I really need that summer vacation. One more day, Sophie, tomorrow, and then you got a few weeks. But yeah, big up to my guy, Ensman. Hope you're doing well, bro. Big up to you. Thank you for the kind comment here. Yes, people, indeed, like and subscribe, and also do subscribe to Ensman TV's YouTube channel as well. My brother over here is doing very well, so show him some love. We got to collab again soon, broski, for sure. 100%. And big up to Roderick. Fault if I didn't say it already. But yeah, let's move on to the transfer news. So, reported by Rich Fay, Jadon Sancho would be due to report back to Manchester United for preseason training on July 8th if he does not find a new club before then. But I believe, let's be honest, we've been struggling with trying to sell this kid. Looks to be that, hey, he probably is leaving, but more so a loan would be highly plausible. I know Juve has been interested. We could maybe do a swap deal or just a straight loan. Either way, we might have seen the last time Sancho in a Man United shirt, potentially. Potentially. 100%. Yes, yes, broski, yes, yes. Yeah, I'm not going to respond to that comment, so we're going to delete that respectfully. We're not going to have this conversation over here. All I'm going to say is Bun Voldemort. If you know, you know. Sancho needs to go to a team like Atalanta. I don't know. Maybe Juve with Thiago Motta, potentially Adam. The best would have been to go to Dortmund, but they can't afford him, so, Big up Chris E. Hope you're doing well. Dutch takeover indeed. Dutch takeover indeed. But yeah, we have to wait and see whatever happens to Sancho. But obviously, as I, did mention, looks to be that we have to wait and see whether or not anything happens. But he has about a week now, I think. So, because preseason training will start on the 8th, basically less than a week before the Euros final. So, yeah. Will Motta really last at Juve as the Ultras? They are crazy at what happened to Pirlo. Oh, I don't know, I don't know. People are saying, "Oh, you were gonna come." I don't. I know. I'm sorry. They ain't it. I remember where I was telling people early on Inter's gonna win the league. I told people back in September, early September, Inter's gonna win the league. People didn't want to listen. We of course have to wait and see this season. It'll be interesting to see when good old Medi Teremi comes in on a free. We need to do what Inter does. Inter are smart with getting lots of good signings on a free, by the way. Okay? With the likes of Turam, who's had an amazing season for Inter. I mean, there wouldn't be any guarantee that he would do, bang like that pass for Man United, but you never know. You never know. Ralph is better than Southgate. He has whipped those Austrian into shape. United were the problem, not him. No, brother, I've been saying that. We are the problem. We are. You also see with players leaving. When you see a Marcel Sabitzer cooking for Austria, I've been telling people he wasn't an issue. We misused him. We didn't properly. Why are we using him as a six when he's not a six? Use him as a proper box to box midfielder. Simple. Let him progress forward with the ball and come back in whenever it's needed defensively. Well, you got to utilize the strength. That's what we didn't do. We had Marcel Sabitzer on a loan. We could have just made it permanent. That still makes me sad. Seeing him do so well for Dortmund and Austria, that is going to be like, you know what? What if? What if we would have kept him? I have sleepless nights thinking about it sometimes. Big up to him though. But to be fair, best decision for himself. You know, Inter got 50 million for Nana, an absolute genius. Well, I'm telling you, they're cooking. Will Benny and Steve McLaren leave United soon? Yes, don't think you catched it earlier on. I did mention Benny McCarthy's contract will not be renewed. It looks to be the same thing for Steve McLaren. Mitch van de Gaag could also be leaving as well, so you have to wait and see. You can't have 5 assistant managers. It was obvious. First and foremost, they were assistant coaches, not managers. So let's get that correct. But yeah, a lot happening in regards to that. Yeah, more transfer news. Saudi Pro League club Al Ittihad are expected to make an approach for Marcus Rashford soon. Capital letters. Rashford is one of their main targets. I mean, respectfully, I don't think that's going to happen. I also know that Man United and PSG, I think, might be in a little bit of a conversation for Rashford. Potential Mbappe replacement, let's be honest, not like for like, but I think in general we could cook for PSG. The question here now is, will Rashford actually go this season? Will he? I don't know. I don't know. I think for his own good, might be the best for him to leave. If you were to think about it, the last, he's for his senior career, being at Man United for now 8 years, and won a couple. If you really think about it, he's actually won a couple of trophies. He won the FA Cup. He won the Carabao Cup twice, Europa League, FA Cup twice as well. So he's won 5 trophies. And back on account Community Shields now, really. So 5 trophies. Am I tripping now? 5 trophies. Yeah. Yep. Not really bad in a very, very poor season. I mean, years, I should say. But obviously, we're missing the big ones. It should have been a Prem there, at least, right? But that's not been the case. But it is what it is. It is what it is, I guess. What else? That would be a good move for him. I agree. I generally think, real talk, I think he could cook. I have a feeling that he could do very, very well. But the question is, will he go? And I don't know if he will. For his own sake, he should. But will he is a different question for of course. So that is something that you just have to take into account indeed. Um, yeah, exactly. Did you see that Saudi are offering 200 million for Ganacho? Yeah, bun that. If this were you guys, I would take it, as Ganacho will never be as good. Did it 200 million? Never heard 200 million? If it's 200 million, because I ain't gonna lie, I do when I 2 million. If it's 200 million, I'll drive him there myself. And I don't even have a license. Obviously, I'm not gonna drive him there. I'll get a taxi or Uber, whatever you may use, and I'll join him to the airport. We can fly over there and say adios, 200 million. Yeah. But that's obviously that won't happen. That will never happen. But if that would have happened, oh yes. If our PSG go for Rashford, why would they not? They have Ramos, Muani, Barcola, you mean. Dembele on their books. Luis Campos is a transfer guru, but they don't really have anybody like Cook, on that left hand side though. You know who would? Rashford. I think people are underestimating how I genuinely believe new environment. I think he's gonna cook. Generally, he's gonna cook. How long does he have left on his contract? You know what? He signed a new contract about a year ago, I think. Pretty sure. Was that? Is it 2027? Is it? I need to double check here. Rashford contract. That is a good question. On contract, not cut his teeth. Contract expiration. Oh, June 2028. So he has 4 years left. And I think we can get a lot of money for sure, but it's like I'm not entertaining it until like we see somebody slap up at least 75 million to 80 million. Generally, I need it. As you're Norwegian, I wanted to ask you which bread that should I try with Norwegian brown cheese? You're asking the wrong person. I don't like Norwegian brown cheese. I don't like brown cheese. I love cheese, but I like the white yellow cheese. That's it. This sounds mad, but you know what I mean. The brown cheese is very sweet. It's very different. While, the other cheese, you can have it for so many. It's just brown cheese is not for me. Why do you want Rashford to cook? If he's in Paris, he should try for. Oh my God! Shush! Damn, you're not funny. Respectfully, no. Next, I also wanted to mention incoming. So, speaking of PSG, Man United are expected to submit an offer of 35 million for PSG midfielder Manuel Ugarte. The player would love to play in the Premier League, reported by Uruguay. Yes. Don't know how super credible that's been, but I've seen different reports on it. So, but there's also been other reports saying that it could potentially be a loan. I mean, haven't he been at PSG for just a year now? So that hasn't really cooked. We have to wait and see. And Spence says, thanks for checking. I think he could leave and get away from the English media for a bit. Exactly. 100%. I've never eaten brown cheese and I want to just try it once. My favorite cheese is Forum d'Ambert. Rashford needs a new challenge. He needs an environment with players better than him so he can level up. Exactly. Broderick, exactly. In regards to Ugarte, maybe he needs the same thing on the other side, coming to Man United. For the right price, I wouldn't be opposed to it. I'm not going to sit there and say I watch a bunch of Ugarte. I believe he played for, was it Sporting that PSG bought him from? I think so, Ugarte. I could be mad tripping now. Yeah, it was Sporting. Yeah, literally, it was just a year ago he, signed for PSG. He's 23 years old, Uruguayan. I wouldn't be opposed to it. I really wouldn't. I actually don't think for the right price wouldn't be mad. God is a high energy CM. Get him on a loan as he was cooking for Lisbon, and then have a buyout clause. That is not bad. That might be one of the most sensible things you've said, Bart. No disrespect, tiny disrespect, but it's fine. Big up though. I agree. But yeah, we have to wait and see what happens with that. But looks to be that there are some type of truth to it. Also know that we've been linked with Unana as well from Everton. Amadou Unana. So you might get another Unana coming in. But again, it depends on because Everton are doing a madness. I mean, Gerard Brentwood, the whole thing there, still waiting. What will be happening? Are y'all gonna accept the new offer that we will be putting in? I don't think we've done it yet. That's a serious question. They just sold what looks to be, um, who was it? To Atalanta. Somebody, I can't remember who it was. Who was it? Wait a minute. There we go. Ben Godfrey. Ben Godfrey. One of the most random transfers I've ever seen. Okay? Atalanta and Everton, they've agreed on deal to sign Ben Godfrey. 10 million plus add-ons. Preference was always Serie A with contract terms being finalized and then medical booked this weekend. To be fair, it looks to be there's a lot of Englishmen now moving, wants to play in the Serie A, and I hear it. It's a great league that's definitely become way more competitive again, and does nurture a lot of talents. So hey, it will be interesting for sure. And Atalanta, after this past season winning, the Europa League, second trophy of their whole history, like they're cooking. Why can't United buy Todibo? Looks to be with the whole UEFA, you know, can't buy from the same club that you also own or have a stake on. I don't know. I think it's a bit mad because you see City doing it with Girona, so I just don't understand what's the difference for us. But it is what it is. Do you like that Bologna center back that is playing for Italy? The thing is, though, I don't feel like I've heard about him. As the Euro started, people are like, "Oh my God, Calafiori." I might even butcher his name. I'm like, okay, he did play good for Italy, though. I'm not gonna get it twisted, but I'm not gonna sit there and say I watch a ton of him. Because speaking of Bologna, I've watched more of Xerxes, 2 games to be fair, Bologna, who we've been heavily linked with, and it looks to be very positive talks with Joshua Xerxes representatives. There is now cautious optimism that a deal can be done for Xerxes, with the club prepared to pay the Dutchman 33.8 million release clause. So it looks to be he can become a Man United player very soon. Even though I think for a while it's been preferred that he wants to go to Milan. But the thing is, if Milan is not going to pay it, then, and if we're, actually able to do it, then I'm saying, hey, and with Calafiori, for the right price, wouldn't be mad. With Bologna, get relegated next season as people are buying their whole team. Exactly, their whole team. They also, Juve got their former coach Thiago Motta. Like it's mad. Is Serki better than Sheshko? Do United need him more than someone like Mitrovic or Skamaka? To be fair, Sheshko, I haven't really been super. I think I was more sold on him like 2, 3 years ago. That was when like my I had some stocks, but those stocks have been sold. I don't feel it anymore. I think we're going backwards if we're getting a Sheshko and having him try to play alongside or you know that we kind of go in between and change up between him and Halen. Mitrovic, I wouldn't be opposed to it, but I think that ship has sailed. Scamacca, though, he did fail at West Ham, done very well at Atalanta. I wouldn't have a big issue with it. For the right price, maybe. Milan are having financial issues, it looks to be. Let's have a bet, Sofia. I bet that Bologna will concede fewer goals in this UCL next season than United did this year. I don't need to have that bet. Respectfully, no. I think that's about it. Just gonna double check this. Any other news? Nope. Nope, not really. Not really. But yeah, guys, we're probably gonna end it here. This actually stream ended up being longer. Oh, and big up to those who just subscribed. Okay. It became actually longer than I anticipated. But big up though. I will be taking a break tomorrow though. But a video will be up. I'm literally right as I'm done with the stream. I have to quickly film the Euros round of 16 prediction, edit that, and make sure that that will be posted, uploaded for you guys tomorrow midday. Once I'm done from work, I'm heading home. I'll upload it. So make sure that you, of course, are subscribed and that you join the SFT membership as well. Another way to support the channel. Like the stream. And I will be doing the Euros match reaction for round 16 starting Saturday. So all the games Saturday, Sunday, Monday, I believe also Tuesday, all of it will be reacted to. And we'll probably maybe do a watch along once we get to the semifinal. We'll see. We'll see. But I've been preferring to do the reaction. So if you don't want to miss out on all the good stuff, subscribe. Let me answer this. I plan to go and watch the Copenhagen derby between Brøndby and Copenhagen. Any other derbies in Scandinavia? Oh, yes. Any other derbies in Scandinavia? I think. Ooh, I believe like in Sweden. I'm trying to think. Malmö and Malmö. Maybe. I'm trying to think who were their rivals. You have to. Either way, Norway, Lillestrøm, and Vålerenga. I mean, Vålerenga is a club here in Oslo. Lillestrøm, a couple of minutes away from Oslo, like 30 minutes or so away. So that's very, I mean, where I work, they're heavily Lillestrøm supporters. And that rivalry, they hate each other. I haven't actually gone to a Lillestrøm Vålerenga game before. I've gone to Vålerenga and Lyn, which are local clubs in Oslo, but I haven't gone to Vålerenga and Lillestrøm. So, yes. And there's some other rivalries as well, but I don't really be checking for Norwegian football like that, or Norwegian club football. I mainly focus on Norwegian national teams. But yeah, hope that answered your question. A good question. Jacob Leons is Holland for the Euros. A Dutch lady told me. Ooh, really? You too, Broderick. Yes, have a nice evening, everybody. And I'll see you guys live on Saturday, but a video will be dropping tomorrow. Peace out, everybody. Have a lovely time wherever you are in the world. Thanks for supporting your girl. And let's continue growing this platform. Bye-bye.